Welcome to This Day and Everything Cool for August 13th. On this day in 1991, one of the best, if not the best, video game consoles of all time found its way to North America. The Super Nintendo began rolling out in select retailers with a wide release in all stores following a week later. The system, which the cool kids call the SNES or SNES, had already been released in its home country of Japan 9 months earlier and launched with several classic games including Super Mario World, the flying game Pilot Wings, and the racing game F-Zero. Those last two showed off the pseudo 3D Mode 7 visuals capable on the system. Unlike true 3D graphics, Mode 7 creates 2D scrolling backgrounds that create the illusion of 3D, which made the games look much more advanced and futuristic than what was possible on the first Nintendo console. The Super Nintendo also had way more colors than the NES, and as for the audio, it was one of the first consoles to offer multi-channel surround sound. As for the controller, it was the first from Nintendo to feature shoulder buttons, and it also added X and Y buttons to accompany the A and B, which has since become a Nintendo staple. The Super Nintendo was a massive success all over the world, allowing Nintendo to stay on top of competitors like Sega. A few years later, Nintendo released the Super FX, which was a graphics support unit or GSU chip included in game cartridges, allowing the console to play true 3D games like Star Fox. Speaking of add-ons, Sony partnered with Nintendo to develop a CD-ROM add-on for the SNES called the SNES CD, but after several years in development, Nintendo pulled the plug and it was never released. Sony stuck with the idea and used it to create their own console, the PlayStation, in 1994. As for the SNES, it remained popular well into the 90s and, believe it or not, wasn't discontinued in some markets until as late as 2003.